There is a reason why the US Vice President J.D. Vance showed up in Budapest, speaking in front of people and taking a live call from Donald Trump, with Trump enthusiastically encouraging the re-election of Orban. The election in Hungary on the 12th of April is one of the two most significant elections in the West this year, the other one being the American midterms in November. The reason Vance went to Hungary and the reason the president was speaking on the phone live to the crowd is because the stakes are enormous. Hungary has been practically the only country that resisted the third world mass migration, the integration of the Ukraine into the EU and NATO. They are the only ones who have pushed back with great success to prevent all-out European war. And if Orban is not re-elected, what's going to happen is within 4 to 6 weeks, this new puppet regime sponsored by Brussels is going to take charge. They are going to open the gates. There's going to be a mass of people from the undeveloped world flooding into the country. They are going to remove all blocks from Ukraine's European integration. That means that as early as this year, the Ukraine could become not only an EU but also a NATO member. When that happens, that will mean that the EU and NATO will be at war with Russia. And this is something that can happen as early as the summer. In my opinion, Orban is probably going to be defeated this Sunday by a narrow margin. And if that happens, the last country that has any hope of blocking this integration of the Ukraine would be Slovakia. Unlike the Hungarians, which have for 1,000 years defended Christian Europe, fighting the Mongols, the Turks, overthrowing even the Soviet Union with the revolutions of 1956 and 1989, and then most recently pushing back against the idea of an all-out war against Russia, the Slovaks do not have this kind of a heritage. Fico, who has been shot 5 times, would have to rely on a country roughly half the population of even tiny Hungary. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to resist the power of the Brussels majority. But this remains to be seen. Of course, there's no guarantee that we will even have a midterm in November if that happens, because all-out European war could happen that early.